Hey crafty friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a little ScrapDiva Designs tutorial for you guys. Most of these dies are available. I will link them in the description box, but let's jump in because I feel like it's going to be a long one. So I've had this paper cut out for a bit and I just haven't put it together. But here's my little game plan of what I want to do as far as this flip-flop folio. I had this paper left over and I want to use this as part of the cover kind of, but I also want to make it a little pocket. But I wanted to show you guys what my goals are with this folio. Now there is no right way to do it because it's a flip-flop folio, so that means that you can make your flops any which way you want and then go from there as far as decorating. The only thing I want to do with this one is I want to make it kind of flat, if that makes sense. So I don't want it to have a lot of thickness because I want to use ephemera and kind of make it flat and like little pull out tabs here and there so that I can use my paper collection from Garcia, because I have a lot of ephemera and I really want to, add it here and there, but I want to try to keep it as flat as possible. So I won't be adding like flowers, maybe to the cover, but that's about it. Okay, so my goal is for it to have, this pocket here. So I'm going to start folding it. Now I'm just going to show you guys my basic idea and I'm going to glue it down. So I'm obviously going to put my layering piece there, but I created a little flap, and what I did was I took the larger one because there's, as you guys can see, there's two of them here, but I took this outliner piece. That's what I'm calling it. And as you can see, I have two of them, and I folded one to make it to where it'll sit just inside. So when it closes, it's going to be a flap in here. And this one's going to, I don't know if you guys can see that. And this is going to flap open like that. And it's going to close in on this like so. And then I'm going to have this one here, from here to here. So it's going to open this way, if that makes sense. And I want my little bunny to be peeking out that way, if that's my goal so far. And I have this one cut out, which I don't know where I'll use it, but I cut it out because it was a scrap left over and it was big enough for that. But that's my goal. So let's glue this together, and I'll probably do a time-lapse video so you guys can see in real time what I'm doing. Here I'm just going to glue all the pieces together, and I'm trying to leave a little bit of space so that when I fold the flaps, there isn't too much tightness and there's like a little bit of a gap, if that makes sense. So now you guys see how my little folio will close down. Move this out of the way, there's shadow. So for this one, as you can see, I glued this on this side of the panel so it kind of flops out easier. I'm also going to glue down my piece here, and then I'll glue this down so I will have, just a small little pocket there, like a tuck spot. And then I will add my pieces. You can see I have that here, and it closes. And I will be adding some string to close it up. Now I have all my pieces cut out, so I have my cover done there, and it's going to open up to this. I'm going to glue that down. I cut out a scrap and it had the little bunny, so that's something to think about when you're cutting your pieces, is how they're gonna lay. And I kind of wanted her to stick out, so even though I'm gonna add stuff in there, when you pull out you can see her. And I cut out another piece of scrap so I'm not throwing them away, and I'm going to set it there. And I could add something here, just to kind of also help keep my little tabs in, so I'll keep that there. Here's my two backing pieces. On this one I'm going to do the pocket, but for this one what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue down here and then just around here, so I'll have a little pocket there, and then obviously my big pocket like this. And then over here I decided to add a cute little tuck spot pocket kind of on the corner, and I used a smaller set of these guys here. I used this piece here. And I'm just going to glue on the corner, and now I can have a place to add some of the ephemera, and it'll still be flat. Now my flap here, I wanted to add the little bunny so I can, you know, have a cute little decorative spot. And if I wanted to create like an extra pocket tuck spot, I could obviously cut another piece of this out, the layering piece, and then tear a strip across. So then I'll just glue here, and now I have my little tuck spot underneath there, if that makes sense. So I might do that. And then when it flips closed, I have this guy here like this. And my goal here is, and I need to cut it out, I need to get some scraps, is to create like a little pocket with a punch, border punch. So like I have this here. So what I'll do is I will align my page here like this. And or I could just keep it like that. And so now I have, you know, my piece that I'll cut. So I'll do that. So I have my little piece cut here, and I'm just going to adhere it kind of underneath the stitching part. And I am going to go back and maybe add something so you won't be able to see that. And it'll sit here nicely. And now I have a tuck spot because I'm going to glue. I'm not going to take it all the way to the top because obviously it'll cut that part off, and I want the stitching to be seen. I mean, you can do anything you want, but I am going to just add a little bit of glue here to the edges, corners, and it will hold my little journaling card, which I'm going to cut the 12 by 12 up paper that has the cut aparts, and they're 3 by 4, so it'll be nice. So there we go. Now I have my tuck spot, and I can come and add something cute there. And then when I close it, this is going to be, oops, you guys, it's getting a little crazy. I need to glue stuff down. This one, I'm going to glue it down like a pocket, right? And then this will close. It's going to be tight, real tight, you guys. Oh, no. It's going to close like this. And then on the back side, I have my other paper cut out like that. And I don't know what, I want to do like something here, but I don't know what yet. So I'm going to glue this down, and I'll come back. So now I'm just going to go ahead and adhere all my pieces, layering pieces, to the base of the journal or folio. And I don't really have anything, you know, special about it. Sometimes I'll change my mind along the way. So, you know, this is a good time to do that, or add an extra little flap before you add everything. So just FYI, you can change it up and change your mind. But yeah. So here is my album all put together. I think she's going to be chunky regardless of trying to keep her flat. As you can see, this kind of pulls a little bit, which I'm not surprised because it is kind of thick regardless. But what I like is that I'll be able to put like I'm going to do a wraparound instead. And so I'm going to lay this down like this. And see, when I cut my paper, I also made sure that my little ducky was there. And now I can put something here. And so I'll bring this around, and I'll be able to hook my, this is seam binding, but I'm going to use it as my thread to hold. I don't know what I'll use. Maybe I'll use like a flower with the Velcro and tap it down. So we'll do that. So I'm going to use hot glue for that part, and I haven't glued. Actually, I'm going to glue this down because I think it'll be better to bring it over. So let's glue this down. I still haven't decided about the back. I didn't do any stitching either. I kind of wanted to not have any kind of thickness, and the stitching would add a layer. Not significant, but I think it'd be enough to make a difference where it'd be too chunky for me. So I'd have to add some kind of strip that would give it a little bit of room. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some hot glue to this really fast on both sides. It's a lot. And then I'm just going to find the middle here. I think that's the middle. That looks like the middle, right, guys? Okay. And we're going to add a little bit more here, just thinly, not too thick, which Might be a problem. Okay, now I'm going to add my piece here like this. Hopefully the tear isn't too bad that I can't cover it. Okay, about there, I think that works. Yeah, much better. There we go. There we go. Okay, so now we're good there. And I'm going to make sure to glue that down nicely. Then we're going to cut. Let me get my fabric out. See about here, give or take. I'm going to give myself some room. So I have my embellishment ephemera out here. And I know that a lot of the times you guys say you guys want to know, like, how do I embellish? And I really don't have a concrete answer for you other than to play around with stuff. And that's kind of what I do. As you can see here, I like the way this is going to look. So I'm probably going to add this here just to kind of cover up that piece there. And I'm going to trim just a tiny smidge. And then I'm just going to glue that down. So I don't really have I don't have a game plan. I just kind of go with the flow. Like, I'm going to add a butterfly here like this, just to kind of add to it, you know, so it gives a little bit of ideas. And then down here, I can put like a cute little bee like that. So those are just little tiny bits of extra. I'm not going to add anything here because I am going to do like I said, a tuck spot. So I'm going to put a card in here. So it'd be, I mean, I could do something like, you know, a little wording that says lovely rose or something like that. But I'm going to leave it as is. And then right here, I do want something here. So I'm going to look for maybe, I mean, I have the tea, but because I already have the teacup there, I might just put this here like this. And then put Sweet Spring. And so now I have that, but I don't like the way that looks. I really don't. I have this bunny guy that I fussy cut out, but I feel like I need something long there. So let me see. Oh, well, yeah, I like him there. So I can do that there. And then I could see what else, like a butterfly or maybe, or I could do even rain boots. No, that's too big. I like that guy there. Now you're just going to see me add some of the ephemera that I've kind of picked out for each little spot. It's real quick. Okay, friends, so I have most of it put together now. I kind of went and just added the extra bits. I thought it'd be fun. I need to find something for this. I'm going to have to cut down one of the 12 by 12 to stick in here. So that's the only thing. But in the back, I decided to just add this cut apart from the 12 by 12. They're the 3 by 4 sheets. And I did do some stitching. But what I did was when I stitched everything, I used my little... oh my gosh, I forgot the name of this thing. Anyways, I used my little tool here and I just rubbed the back of it so it would push down the paper where the needle went through, and it kind of gave me this flat surface. So when you open it up, let me kind of bring this down so you guys can see. I added the little butterfly here. Here I added the little fox, and I went and added this little cutout from one of the paper. And then this is a ephemera, and this little bunny is actually cut out from one of the 6 by 6 or 8 by 8 sheets. And so now I have a little tab there, and I can add more, obviously. And as you can see, I added a little square of paper scraps, and I added the ephemera. And then I cut down one of the scraps paper, and this is a ephemera piece from one of the packs, and I did some light stitching, but this is what I just did. I took my little tool and just kind of rubbed it down so it'll press down, and now I have my little tuck spot. And if I wanted to add something else here, I could. Here I added like the cute little ephemera wording and a butterfly, and then this is just one of the ephemera bits. I'm just putting it there, but I also found this one, which is really pretty. I didn't even see that. I don't know how, I think it got stuck behind one of the other ones. And then I have just this piece that I glued here because I thought it'd be perfect there. But the other thing I did was I was going to stick this in here, and then I found this real pretty like letter paper. And so I stitched it, and again, I rubbed down, I have some hot glue pieces because I like to add a little bit of hot glue to my ends, just like touching the hot glue to it so the thread won't unravel because I don't do a back stitch. But now I have this cool little, this little tuck spot here, which I absolutely think is fun, and this can go down. But the other thing I wanted to show you guys is there are rub-ons sheet with they're transfer stickers pretty much, but I call them rub-ons because that's what they used to be called before. But I'm gonna take it and I want to add it here. I just think it'll be so cool to add here. I'm just gonna add it to the edge here like this, and I'm gonna use my same little tool, and I'm just going to rub it. And that should do the trick. This come off really easy. I still have some from like 25 years ago. And they are, they still work. The ones that don't work, I toss out. But most of them still work. Anyways, as you can see, it comes off nicely. And that's a good way to incorporate them into your design. Anywho, it's going to go in here. And now over here is my little bee and the cute little strip. And I cut out one of the cut aparts. I did trim it down quite a bit. And then I used a corner punch to add. And now my little card sticks there. And then when it comes over here, I added my little wording, a B, more wording there. And then here, I kept this simple, but I added these two cut aparts, journaling cards. And this is my journal, you guys. Now we gotta do our closure here, which I will do in time lapse. So I sandwiched the ribbon between the ephemera I cut up and one of the ephemera pieces, and then I went ahead and added the rest of my little bits to adhere it with the Velcro tab. So here's my finished little album. I did use a binding tape to create a little bow, as you guys saw. I just stapled it. I didn't do anything. I didn't want it too scrunched up. And then I added the roses down here because I wanted this to have something to hook onto, because I feel like it's kind of not really. But then I covered the little duck, so then I had to add the ephemera bit. I just tore off the umbrella that came with it, and so I stuck it under there, so that's where the little hand is at. But I love the way that looks, you guys. Isn't that so cute? And so now when you open it up, it kind of unravels a little bit, but so cute. There's no right way to do it. You can have fun with this. You can add, you know, the flips and flops everywhere you want, anywhere. There is this die piece. And if you have any of the other journals, Folio die sets, they also can be interchanged. And there's larger size that you can, you know, create. So it gives you that extra little space. So definitely keep that in mind if you have more of Erica's dies, because they do work well together. I think at some point I'm going to try to pull them all out and make one gigantic one. I think that would be a fun project to attempt. And create something fun. And now you have this super cute, you know, little folio. Definitely check out hashtag ScrapDiva Designs for ideas and inspiration. The girls are always killing it, and we always have new guest designers, so keep an eye out for their projects because they're just as good, if not better, than mine for sure. Thank you so much for watching. Check out Frank's page. I'll link everything that I use in the description box so you guys can have access to it. I know it's still available. It's so pretty. There's so many different colors that you can pull from it to get creative. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope this tutorial was a quick one and you guys enjoyed it and got inspired. So definitely try it out if you have these dies. Alrighty, bye.